Okay, this is the Bodega 26 quart 12 volt portable refrigerator and or freezer. A couple things to note about it. You can run it from the front panel here. It has all the controls on it for adjusting your temperature, switching between the two compartments, that type of thing. And you can also download an app for it to control everything through your phone on an app. Personally, I seen no reason for me to have an app to control this device. I'll just do what I need to through the front panel controls. And the manual will tell you how all that's done. So I'm not going to go into detail about all the controls. It does have a USB charge port on the front for charging your phone or whatever device you want to charge. So that's on there. Another point to make is this does not run on batteries. I was a little confused at first, I'll admit. It has to be plugged in, like I have this plugged in to 110 on the wall, or you can use this. This is your 12 volt cigarette lighter adapter that's in everybody's vehicles. It'll run on that as well, but it does not run on batteries. So, and I did send Bodega an email to clarify some things about that, and they responded within 24 hours. So that's always good when a company will respond that quickly. It's well built, quality materials. It is heavy. You got your compressor and everything in here, so that's weight. I've got this loaded up with pop and some beer in here, and I have a couple ice cube trays in here. So once you get that loaded up, it gets to be heavy. One of the things, these handles here, I would have preferred the flip up handles that you can grab. These are a little bit shallow to get your fingers under it, and it gets to be a lot of weight for that. So just a minor thing there. I don't think that's a deal killer whatsoever. Now I've had this cooler running for just about 72 hours. I started it on Monday at about noon, and now it's Thursday about noon, so it's been a full 72 hours. Once it reached these temperatures, I have the refrigerator side here set at 40 and the freezer at 0. It only took several minutes for it to find those temperatures, and once it did, it stayed rock solid. So I have seen no drift whatsoever. I have heard the compressor kick on and off, of course, numerous times. And that's very quiet. It's not loud whatsoever. It's not going to be distracting. You could put this in your bedroom if you wanted to, and it's not going to be very loud. So now in terms of that, the first thing I'll show you is the freezer. Now I put 2 trays, and this was water when I put it in. It took a good 24 hours to freeze these trays at 0 degrees. So it was kind of slow that way. Actually, the compressor just came on. You might be able to hear that, maybe not, but it's very quiet. So it did take over 24 hours to freeze ice. So it's not a freezer from the standpoint of like your household freezer or something like that. I think this is more for if you're going to put something frozen in there to transport meat, fish, whatever, and you're transporting it, need to keep it in a frozen state, it'll do that better. But to make ice cubes, or you're probably not going to put a bag of raw chicken wings in there, and it's not going to freeze it. So that's understood. This is set at 0. I have a thermometer in there, and this is just under 20 degrees. It's about 18 degrees. So you could argue that this probably isn't the most accurate thing, but let's say it's even 5 degrees off. You know, that the temperature difference from 0 to 18 is quite a bit. So there's that. Now on this side, I've got, like I said, top in here. This was set at 40 degrees. Let's see. Oh, my light's acting up here. I'm seeing 68 degrees on there. So again, I mean, that's quite a temperature difference. Take care of the slide here. There. That's quite a temperature difference from 68 to 40 degrees. We'll try that again. Here's another. I'm seeing 70 degrees on that. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's showing 70 degrees. So there's quite a temperature variance. And like I said, you can argue how accurate some of these temperatures are, but it works. It functions. I'll say that. But yeah, I don't know how accurate the temperature is and that sort of thing. But I mean, this is cold enough to drink. You know, I'll say that. It's cold enough to drink if I would open it, but drink. The other thing is the capacity. I think they say 32 cans in here or something for the refrigerator side. I got 26 in there, and you're really not going to get much more. You could fit a couple, say, if you adjusted this freezer side to be a cooler, you could probably fit 4 more cans in there to get you to 30, but it doesn't have the capacity that they say in their description on Amazon. So all in all, I think it still works. You know, it's going to keep things cold, and it's probably going to keep things frozen. I think this is going to work well for us. We have a lake place, and it's a little over an hour and a half away. If I got meats and that type of thing that I want to keep cool, and sometimes we stop for lunch or whatever, so it gets to be a 3-4 hour trip going up there sometimes. This will work great for keeping things that are temperature sensitive, some meats, fish, poultry, that type of thing, cold until we get there and can put it in our fridge up there. And so it'll come in handy. It'll have its uses. I can see it being used on the boat to keep drinks cold, that type of thing. So yeah, the Bodega Cooler, I think it's probably a decent value. Maybe a little bit overpriced. I wish it functioned a little bit better with holding temperatures and that type of thing, but it might just be a learning curve. I'll be using it more this summer and get a better idea. But right now, I think that just kind of gives you a little bit of an overview on the thing and how it works. But as far as these types of electric portable refrigerators, I think this would be a good one, and would see no reason why you might not want to look into it.
I am reviewing this really nice Bodega cooler, and it is definitely more than a cooler. It could be a refrigerator or a freezer, and it works on Wi-Fi, with or without Wi-Fi. You can scan the app so you can control the temperatures and whatnot with your phone, but it requires a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, and mine is higher than that, so I couldn't get it to work properly. However, you can work it manually just by pushing the buttons and setting the temperature. It goes all the way down. It just kicked on because I'm making it go down, so it goes all the way down to -4, and I think up to like 68. I can't remember. But again, you can use this as a refrigerator or a freezer. I'm going to set it at 35, and I'll show you the inside. So the inside is pretty spacious. I just have a few things in there. I'll be going on a road trip soon, so you don't have to worry about getting ice and having water all over the place. It does come with the outlet that you put in the wall, and also, hold on, it comes with the one that you use in your cigarette lighter in the car, the 12 volt. And here, in case you need a little extra room to charge your phone, you can use the USB port right here. So overall, it is very good. I'm going to turn it around. It does have 2 handles so that you can easily carry it. I do wish it had wheels because it's a good weight. It has good weight to it. So in my car, I'm just going to throw it in the back seat, and then we'll have our stuff chilled for the entire road trip. There you have it. Excellent quality.